Adriane Mayes, AI Wealth Creation Strategist. How to make money with your business. Got Bye Bye Barry playing in the back. Detroit Lions, we lost one yesterday. Miss Cleo, I future. I wish we would have gone 10-3, but 4 is not too bad. The NFC isn't too horrible. Check out Bye Bye Barry on Amazon. Amazing Detroit Lions story. But we're going to talk today about how to make more money with your business. I mean, what's the point of going into business if you're not trying to make money? And right now in 2023 and leading into 2024 is the most tune time for you to dial in into artificial intelligence, spoke billionaire brand, and get that use AI, the tools to be able to help you get there. Now, actually, I gave you over 400 AI tools, bespoke millions with AI, being custom and different. Key is how to use those tools, those work. Before I jump in, Billie Jean has a marketing program and a 10-day AI business plan, which I highly recommend for people that are looking into direction or help in regards to artificial intelligence. Well, anyway, you have to invest in your education in order to get to the next step. Now, in watching that 10-day AI business plan, what Billy does is he actually gives you over all his courses in regards to investing in the business plan. And the great thing about that is you have the liberty to go and educate yourself. So what I did last night was go into the 5-day course that Billie Jean actually provides. And the 5-day course kind of takes a look and gives you an idea. And he wrote someone named by the name of Walter O'Brien. Now, who is Walter O'Brien and why are we going to talk about him briefly here today, Adrian? Well, the reason is Walter O'Brien, he's a genius. He has an IQ level of over 150. What is it, 197 as a child? Albert Einstein had one of 150 to give you an idea, not knowing where yours is. So, long story short, Walter O'Brien is the elite of thinkers. He is also a self proclaimed genius. And if anyone's familiar with the Billie Jean AI marketing program, being a genius is something that marketing, if you want to generate millions, if not billions, as well as generate sales and leads, you might want to check this out. But anyway, in the crash course, Walter O'Brien, this genius, is self-proclaimed and is the founder of Scorpion Computer Services, company that does IT solutions and digs deeper as this Irish businessman does a lot of government contracts and he's an executive producer. I was watching his inspiration yesterday as in that 5-day AI course. Billie Jean actually goes a little bit and actually talks to him one-on-one to give people an idea of who he is and his actual basis. Now, the thing that actually stood out about this whole 5-day AI course with Walter O'Brien, he actually discussed artificial intelligence and some of the things that he does in the community, his contracts. I mean, he's making 3 billion per year. Okay, so I'm saying billionaire in the making. So anytime that you say things or that you want to have a direction, you always create the environment around you of those people that are going to help get you there. Most interesting thing about Walter O'Brien is what he shared about blue collar workers and what that would look like in at upcoming if you don't actually jump into something called artificial intelligence. It's going to be like a line. Right now, you know how we have low income, middle income, high income, blue class workers. So the graph of workers right now, like blue collar workers and the wealth, as you shared in the actual training yesterday, it's merging. What that means is the wealthy are going to have an advantage over those that are not wealthy. Then AI is going to take it into another actual angle where literally those people, you're going to be the haves and the have nots. I was talking to my business partner, Unica Games, today as we're going to try to set up our strategy to understand how this crisscross that happened in 1995 with blue collar workers, how we can help more businesses generate leads and with go high level. But we'll talk more about that later as well. But ChatGPT, I'm scared. Yes, but what it can do is accelerate your goals, your visions as a small business owner. So, on these topics, he talked about yesterday about the unemployment rate right now being about 47% as things look now. And he discussed an Oxford University study, and this was so real in regards to this study. He said that 90% of all of the following jobs will be out of business by AI, and it'll be put out of work if you don't take action in education. What those mean, these jobs are chefs, masons, budget analysts, tax examiners, butchers, meat cutters. I had to write this down. Meat cutters, retail salespeople, geological and petroleum techniques, hand sewers, watch repairers, accountant clerks, tax preparers, order clerks, loan officers, paralegals, mortgage brokers, secretaries, assistants, tellers, hostesses, cashiers, real estate brokers, polishing workers, dental technicians, pesticide sprayers, telephone operators, gaming dealers, drug dealers, gaming dealers. I said that twice, and translator. What that means, a lot of people. So there goes your first job. If you're a child and you're literally trying to be turned 16, my first job was working at Athlete's Feet, Athlete's Foot, not my first job, but at 16, that was one of my jobs. Working at Athlete's Foot in Northland Mall here in Detroit, Michigan. What up, though? But Northland Mall is no here. That's called change. Northland Mall used to be my first summer job. That's where I would catch the bus, go to Northland, so things change, my friends, and everybody. The key thing is, if you get in AI or if you don't, if you roll with Adriane Mayes or if you don't, doesn't matter. Life is still changing. 90% of all the workforce is going to all of a sudden be like, what am I going to do? Did you listen to the names I listed? And I will go through it again with the slide and make sure that people understand. But right now in December, it's get money time. And so, with that, the challenge that Adriane Mayes provided for the month of December for myself is to make sure I go to live for at least 15 minutes a day to make sure I touch base and give people an update in regards to AI, the strategies, and how to make money online with your business. So instead of investing in machines, they were talking about back in the Industrial Revolution, it actually took away from the horses. So the people found new jobs, but the horses went from 14 million to 4 million over time. They started to become extinct. They didn't have a purpose. And so, in that, knowing the purpose was going to be now just fatigue, you get involved with this AI stuff. You don't want to be left behind. It's bad enough we have two forms of, low income, high income. Don't be caught in the AI curve of not educating yourself because and people are going to pay you what you're worth. That's it. The value of what the time that you put into understanding this stuff, you want to be on the upper side. Now, you it doesn't have to have the billionaire dream that Adriane Bates has. But the reason I had that dream is understanding how money works. It's a tool. It allows me to have choices doing whatever I want to do. So again, if I will understand that the cost of everything is going up. Oh my gosh, went to Sam's Club today and ordered online. Amazing that you can get delivery now. Awesome, Sam's Club. But anyway, the pricing of chicken is still $22. So Adrian hasn't been eating chicken. I mean, I'm fine and sexy and all, but sometimes pricing changes my diet. And I am being honest, that is one of them. So when you look at how to make money with your business, there's only really the key thing is transferring that energy, trust, and understanding the implementation and the consistency. Those are the three things that every small business wants to make sure of. Today is a kind of a holiday for myself, as 13 years ago, my father passed away. Rest in peace, Daryl Mays. And today is my Aunt Minnie's funeral, who passed away on Thanksgiving, and rest in heaven, Auntie. So my aunt and my dad got together and they were like, Adriane Mayes, you're amazing. How can we bring this information together? They didn't get together, guys. I don't know. But if I knew that power and I can actually touch base with, which I can, but not technically, but if I could actually touch and teleport myself and talk to angels and everything like that, I would talk to I would have a whole listing. My brother, Brian May, I have a list. So, but the key thing is, I thank my dad for giving me the perseverance as an entrepreneur. It showed me the way of the ins and outs of just grinding. Now, my mother being an educator, Nancy Mays, love them, so having the education and retired from Detroit public school system, key thing is system. It's you can shatter the system. And the key thing about shattering the system, it's not going downtown in front of Cobo Hall or what is it, whatever it's called now. But it's not going downtown Detroit, Michigan and getting a group of people together and picketing. How you make change to shatter the system now is within. You have to start and be the model and empowering yourself and understanding that strategies will help you get there. So those three strategies we're going to talk about is trust. Number one, with my aunt's funeral being today, my cousin hit me last night around 9 o'clock. And she was like, cuz I need you, we talked about doing the photo collage. I put together the virtual family reunion this past summer. And so wanted to make sure that for my aunt, rest in peace, I did a great job. And so in doing that, I got to see how, again, like I did 2 weeks ago, how amazing my aunt is. She was a pioneer and just an action taker in regards to her vision. And it was so inspiring to be able to have be honored, honestly, to have Dr. Minnie Fels Johnson rest in heaven and just seeing the legacy and the steps and putting your sisters through school. I mean, you can do anything you put your mind to. So once you understand that the number one thing you have to do is listen, and understanding that the trust that my cousin had was not based off just the fact that Adriane Mayes is her cousin. It's more so that the work that was put in and the skills that God gave me, and it wasn't just an overnight process. From June 2010, when I worked at Radio One, putting together different marketing packages, and Adriane Mayes has come a long way. The great thing is about progress, my friends, and the great thing is about understanding what growth can do. You can actually determine how effective that will be. So, what I have actually looked at in regards to growth, understanding, knowledge, there are some things that in your niche, and when you select in the strategy, you come up with your system. It's something that we talked about, like in regards to what is going to get you through to your vision for the next day. Because what's the point of starting a business if you're not making sales? So as I go live every day, just giving you the little tidbits of what we're doing to reach out to small business owners wanting to take their marketing game to the next level, it's still on you. It's nothing that Adrian Mays is going to force you into. But understanding that if even if I give you 400 plus AI tools, there's Futurepedia that has over 3,000 AI tools. But it doesn't matter if you have all these tools, with money being a tool as well. It doesn't matter if you have all the tools if you don't know how to work them. How do you get to work them? There's only two ways: educate yourself or pay somebody to do it. So, when you're looking at the value that you can provide, the confidence that you have in your business, the understanding of wealth creation, as again, it can be done so many different ways. You have social media, you have TikTok, you have the old school bulletin boards, ads, but the key is consistency. What are you talking about? What are you really saying to your customer? What problem are you trying to solve? Now, it's not what AI can do for you, it's how you use AI that's going to maximize the opportunity of this craze of 2023. But the key thing, guys, is like AI is new. It's not like I'm coming on here and saying AI wealth creation strategist and just came up with something new in 2023 just because of COVID. Now, COVID impacted life, but how you actually make that impact is on you. So what I mean when I say that is there's the old school way of marketing. I was the one that would do the flyers on the car. I'm calling everybody, what, 600 calls a day, making sure people was about that life, making sure people had their mortgages, making sure people had the tax appointments lined up for Gaines Family Services with tax extraordinaire, making sure our smile don't blink photo booth was set up in regards to making sure we get more leads. Do you see the problem there? And I didn't realize the problem myself that one person. But just because I have this vision of making people smile with our photo booth or with our mortgage, making sure people have a refinance or a purchase, or with our credit repair portion of making sure people understood business and personal credit, making sure people understood taxes, making sure people understand everything. The key is to take action. It doesn't matter how many times I come out and talk to you about it. Having the trust, seeing the consistency, seeing the goals that actually the transformation that you'll see with Adriane Mayes is going to make you want to raise your hand. Because the key thing with this AI game, it's scary. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a challenge. You have all these new tools, but all the tools are new. So instead of doing Netflix and chill, instead of just hanging out with friends, why not put yourself in the community and the environment to win? You make the choice. You protect your environment, and your environment is not really just your space. It starts here. What are you giving your effort and activity to? How many sales are you generating? What plan are you coming up with? And that strategy is what Billy gives in the AI business plan marketing program. So in this first month, right, with my challenge, with me just talking to you guys for at least 15 minutes, what the goal of the challenge is to help people make more money with your business, exposing you to the AI tools, giving you the tools that I'm using. As you'll see, the transformation happens with action. In like 18, 20 hours a day, there's going to be a transformation, my friends, because I don't quit. And when you have that mentality of not quitting, so many small business owners can now generate more business on online yet, but it's actually a decision on you to make things happen. So hopefully in this video, you got some actually value as what the whole key thing is. Rest in peace again, my father, Daryl Mays, and rest in heaven, my auntie, Minnie Mays. Take that inspiration, that entrepreneurial spirit, their vision. That's what Adriane Mayes is going to do. And check out my page if you want to check out more information about them as well at Adriane Mayes. Key thing is, and drop in the comments what up though, if you understand this one thing, you got to have grit. You got to understand, just like the Detroit Lions lost against the Chicago Bears yesterday, just like Barry Sanders never won a chip, just like the Super Bowl that cup has never been in Detroit Lions hands as of yet. So we get close. We get close, and sometimes we end up quitting on ourselves. We end up quitting when we're right there at the finish line. Stop all that negative self-talk, my friends. You're amazing. You really are. Now, the choices you make, you might make some mistakes. The action that you take after those mistakes, bad, right? Because a mistake can be a good thing. You can mistake yourself into a ride to get a free meal. You can mistake yourself into getting a lot of different things. Trust me, I know. But the key thing with mistakes and the key thing of understanding failure is to own it. You're going to fail. There is no perfect person out there. And beating yourself up does nothing but cost you more time. So, again, but the key is to learn from those beat ups. What can you do to transfer that energy, that trust to your clients, your customers, your candidates, so they can understand the power that you can provide as a service that you're bringing? So, the brand of Adriane Mayes, AI Wealth Creation Strategist, as we're doing all this digital marketing and transferring, understanding the difference with the real estate as being a mortgage broker to coming over on the online space and making money and having opportunities to honestly be a millionaire, billionaire. Watching this, I mean, right now in 2023, there are more self-made millionaires making seven figures just by coming up with a system. Email, social media, content is king. But the one thing is, if you have content, doesn't matter if you do these videos like I'm doing now or anything else, if you don't have a plan and strategy in place, it's not going to go anywhere. So, like I said, hopefully, you got some value in this video here today. Adriane Mayes, AI Wealth Creation Strategist, come to you live. And don't forget to download the 400 bespoke AI tools and put your name and email address in to make sure that you get involved. Understand how you can actually raise your hand to help you help your business for you. Coming for those that are in my niche that can afford the services, because again, it doesn't make sense just to put yourself into everybody because everybody doesn't want what you want. No one cares about you, but what they care about is the service that you provide. Just like my cousin demonstrated last night. I love you, my family. I love you, my family. And tell yourself, you know what? It's okay. Forgive yourself for all the mistakes you made. Start over, have that vision, and know your why to get you to the next step. Adriane Mayes, AI Wealth Creation Strategist. Detroit Lions, okay, 9-4. We'll be 10-4. Okay, we're cool with that. But when we get the NFC, I'm gonna say we're gonna get the NFC now. I gotta change my whole lingo. But change is good. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, but how you finish, you start with the end in mind. How do we end every video, my friends? How do we do it? I can, I will, I must. Go it and design your reality. Drop in the comments, beingthechangellc.com/Adriane Mayes for more help. And if you do need me, I'm right here for you. Let's go. What's up, though, Detroit? Deuces.